magazine today now for classic Thursday. One of them also say is good music straight right down. And I feel like this day precisely come with someone who make part of the classics them in the department a day, and we're talking about someone that have to do deeply into the reggae roots, and he have some hit songs here. One of them, and if I say it, and if the person come in and sing a little piece, the people ain't going to know clearly who we're talking about is August Stone. And we want to welcome Duane Stephenson here so to the Music Magazine. How are you there? Greetings.
Bless up.
Yeah, man. It's a pleasure having you in the program. As Annie just said a while ago, your voice and music is very representative in our island. A lot of people love your music. I'm one of your fan. I declare fan of Duane Stephenson. So we want to know how you start out in music. How was your beginning in music?
Well, music for me started at a very young age. You know, I have family members that were involved in music, my uncle. So I started going to the rehearsals with him when I was a very young boy, you know. So that's when I actually, fell in love with music. But I didn't actually start anything much until fifth form in high school. And that's when I joined up with a Catholic Players, which is a youth club that has to do with performance. And that's where I think it really and truly started. I was there till I was about 20, and then eventually I formed a group, me and some virgin of mine called To ISIS, and that's how I entered the music business as a professional. Did 8 years there before I decided to put up my first solo album with the efforts of myself and of course the producer, Dean Fraser. We did the first album, Duane Stephenson from August Stone, which was for me an identity album, so to speak, and the rest is history.
And that history starts around this side, this other faraway Caribbean island that is our archipelago. One time you hit with the song August Stone. Around 2008, more or less, we get this song this side. Let's talk about conceiving this song. What took you to this song?
I mean, the song was pretty much written about everything that was happening around me at the time. Anyone that lives in August Town can attest to most of the things that I sang about in the song. So the song was real to me. And I guess because it was so real, it tends to carry. Because even though a lot of places may share, have different names, they share the same experiences.
Yes, sir.
A lot of our country, Caribbean nations, were nice, peaceful places, and of course, till the invent of guns and drugs coming to United States and England, and it has just been a disaster. Since then, everything kind of, started with the roots of gangs, which have been funded from people in these countries, and things just kind of got cascaded out of since there.
Wow.
Okay. So it's a true, true representation of what was happening at the time.
Okay. Wonderful. Think Twice is the first song I heard from you, and the song that marked me a lot. I would like to know why you choose this song to make it, because actually it's a remade. So why you choose this song to make it?
Actually, that song was, I've always been a total fan of Phil Collins. I know all his songs, so I was actually on tour in Argentina when the Virgin, linked the producer Damon Gale and asked me if I would be interested in doing over that. And of course, it's a song that I love. He had already made the track. So once he sent me the track, I found a studio in Argentina and recorded it there.
Wow.
The process was so easy because I already had the love for that song. I knew the song back to front because I've been singing that song since I was a boy. It's something that I enjoy. And the thing is, when you do music that you truly love, it have a tendency to carry in the vocals, it carry in the production, and people believe it more because you believe it, you love it, they enjoy it, and by attention, people tend to tune in better that way.
Yes, indeed. What can you tell us, Duane, about the reggae music industry back way in that time when you had like the 2007, 2008 album outgoing, and now in 2021, especially for the reggae roots market in Jamaica and in the world?
Well, everywhere is going through different stages because right now, in the world, reggae music is booming in places like the United States, in Polynesian Islands. They have their own thing going on down there, and it's booming. Here in Jamaica, for some, we don't get a lot of support. We don't get the support that we truly want because everybody, the youth really into dancehall, and radio is supported by sponsors, and sponsors busy trying to get the younger people. You understand? So because of that, I don't think there's a great push for roots music, but roots music is still the undertone of everything that we do in Jamaica. Back in the days, it was in those days, it was so much easier. A lot of young artists were breaking through at the time. Myself, Taurus Riley, then there's Egyptian, there's Phantom Moses, there's a whole boom of reggae artists around that time, and today not so much. Today it's a little bit more dormant. I don't think the turnover is as quick as we would like it to be in terms of fresh reggae artists coming up and younger reggae artists, because fresh and younger reggae artists will appeal more to the youth. But business people are not really interested into that. They're into what is right now, and dancehall was having a boom for a couple of years. Locally and regionally, not so much internationally. I think there's a lull in our music, in our dancehall since of lately and the international market, which hopefully we can change that in the year to come.
Yes, totally.
But it's more challenging, but everything has its season, so maybe this too will pass.
Everything got in season, like mango season, not true?
That's just life, and it's a cycle,
Duane, I know when you as the audience gonna receive a artist that you like a lot, you feel emotive feeling, you feel so attracted to what you want to see on stage. Does the artist feel the same sensation that the audience feel?
Oh yes, man. Listen, there's no better feeling in music to know that you wrote these songs. It's coming from basically nothing. It started as an idea, and it turned out in a song that you never know how people are going to respond to it. So when you put in all that energy in it, and you first have to enjoy it, and then you hear audience members start to enjoy it, and singing this song with you, it's comparable to nothing else. You know what I mean? It's like a drug you can't get enough of. You know what I mean? So it's an awesome feeling, because the truth is, when you do these songs and you sing it, you could still be singing them in your bathroom for no one but yourself. But people, took time out to listen to your music, to turn it on, to turn up the music in their cars, to let you in their homes via the radios and everything. Everybody have a choice, If them choose you, you have to be totally grateful and appreciative. And when you get on stage and you have this synergy shared between yourself and the audience, it's the most amazing feeling.
Wow, yes it is. But let's step one little moment out of the music and let's go into culture topics. Well, we hear a lot and we live a lot through Jamaican experience, musically talking, culturally talking. The way how we talk also have to do with some kind of Jamaican connection. You ever heard something about San Andres, Providence, and Catalina Islands into Colombia, or this is the first time you hear about we?
No, I came to Providence and I know San Andres is one of the places. I know it's a roots place. I've met people from there, and when they start talking, you think from Central America. So I know of it, and I think those islands still have a connection with the people, man. We know its roots. We know a lot of we know the whole journey from the construction of the Panama Canal to these islands. So we are aware, especially roots artists. I don't know much about if the dancehall people are aware, because I know San Andres and those places. I'm not really much interested in much dancehall. I mean, lately they've been tuning into some, but I know they've always been one of the areas that roots music has always flourished, and every artist that has been there so far come back with great stories of grandeur, and just say, boy, it's the most amazing feeling being there.
Yes, thank you. We never know to say you heard and maybe knew about us.
Nothing big abroad, man.
Duane, how did you, as an artist, live this experience, this pandemic experience with the live concerts? We know it is not the same to be in front of some cams in the virtual concerts and to be in front of the audience. So how do you live this issue?
Agent Foxy.
For me, it's a need-to-do basis, because the truth is, as you mentioned, it's not comparable to a live performance where people are actually there enjoying. the music. You know, I've done one or two. I absolutely don't enjoy it, but I understand that sometimes people need just the motivation, they need a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of enjoyment. So I have to try and create a balance. So we do it because of that. But so far, I haven't heard one artist that told me that, oh my God, this is the new age and this is the way to go. People are just waiting for this to pass. You know, it's like performance virally is like a part of the pandemic, and when it's gone, we appreciate it, but we're glad that it's gone.
Yes, sir.
No, I do.
Yes, sir, totally. Well, that virtual thing, you know, is not the same feeling, it's not the same connection, definitely.
No, it will never be, you know, you have to really dig deeper for the energy, you know, energy that is usually provided. Because it's no different from sports, you know, the home advantage is the same thing, you know. When you're on stage, you have the home advantage with the audience. No, nobody has the home advantage because it's a viral concert, you know.
Yeah.
So you try.
Totally.
You try to execute all that you know, try to be professional, but in the back of your mind, you just can't wait for it to pass to get back in front of the audience again. You know, just to being able to go step out in the crowd and make a fan member sing with you, or just, you know, get a closer vibe energy of them singing along and everything, because it keeps you going, and it's a part of the energy, it's a part of the gas that we need to drive us as artists.
Yes, Duane. You were talking about, say, well, the roots reggae not have the enough support as how other genres as dancehall or other things are coming in Jamaica have it locally, because globally I feel like reggae and the roots part is something, you know, like eternal and something great where people keep close to them heart. But this bring a struggle for you know, actually into this 2021, and Duane Stephenson have to maybe put some kind of proposal to himself, to his music, to get some, I don't know, like maybe renew some aspects of it or something like it if he continue into the industry, or no strictly roots?
No, for me, it's definitely, it will always be roots music. You know what I mean? The shape of it might change a little in terms of the sound, but I try to keep it steady. You know what I mean? Because the truth is, roots music will always be something necessary. You know, because I think our music attached to life situations. You know, while every other music, it's nice to have a good party and to jump up and have a rave, but there's a time and a place for everything, understand?
Yes,
so
sir.
A rave will not be the background to the revolution. It will not be a part of the catalyst for change that reggae music has always been, you know? So everything has its place, because you won't be thinking that, well, I need to go and we need to really stand firm against these politicians for change, positive change and reinforcement, and we're playing some R&B music in the background. That will not happen. You know, it's like going to war and playing nature songs in the background. That don't make sense. You know, so there's a time and a place for everything, I think, and reggae music has always had its place as a part of, you know, the things that, the voice for the voiceless.
Yes, it does.
You know what I mean?
Oh, wonderful. I would like to know if you have anything in the oven right now cooking. You have any song about there to release? You know, to keep on making us happy.
There's so many things going on right now. There's one album that's done that because of the pandemic, it had to be delayed. So there's a good possibility now that after not having an album for 4 years, I might have 2 come out in the space of a year. You know, because we're trying to refurbish the one that we have now in terms of refreshing it up a little bit, because as I say, it was supposed to have been out since last year when the pandemic started, and then we had to kind of delay the whole thing. You know, so, and then I'm currently working on a second album with Donovan German and Penthouse Records, legendary record label and producer, just for a different vibe, a different sound. You know, just a fresh look at my music. You know what I mean? So there's a lot for people to look forward to.
Sure. Duane, well, since I did jump into the cultural part already, I have to go back there. Can't make this opportunity pass, because we have a TV viewer that have your same last name. She is Miss Emiliana Bernard Stephenson, and also our general manager from this Chanel Teleislas. She's sending greetings for you. Maybe even the family or something, so because that Stephenson from Jamaica and Stephenson from San Andres and Providence, we have the Jamaican background as well.
Yeah, well, you have to figure out, man. Who knows, man? But apart it, man, you know, I know that there are not many the roots of Stevenson is very limited, you know. It's only from 1 or 2 places in Jamaica from, you know.
Really?
So you have to figure out, man. yeah, trust me.
Oh.
I mean, Stevenson's either from 2 places, either from your origin in St. Anne or St. Elizabeth. So you just go through the vine, you might be surprised.
Okay. And Miss Emiliana going to have to go Jamaica, St. Elizabeth, and the other hood go look for him, families them and relatives them.
Yeah, man.
Duane, I wonder you can please with a little piece of Augustone, just a small little bit, to please our heart and our soul, to uplift us. So.
I was mindful of what you've done. Go from the bending and beg Jah please. For I've got the scars to show. I barely made it along life's road. Oh, when my life got dark, Jah was the only spark. He was the light at the end of the road.
Yay!
Big up, man. Number 1, excellent, very wonderful voice, man. I really hope we can see you here on stage face to face very soon, you know, because, well, then you have the talent, you have the lyrics, you have the words, and you have the way to get into people, you know to express yourself, so that's very important for us.
Enough thanks, brother.
We thank you again, Duane, for your time, for the space, for the right here.
I'm looking forward to coming one day and hopefully representing live and in living colors, you know?
Okay, so you want to make a promise to keep San Andres, Providence, and Catalina then closer into your heart, since, you know, we got more connections and some powerful, I don't know, mystic thing behind. So we're going to be very attentive to your music, to what upcoming now new and all these stuff. And plenty of blessings for you and for your musical career.
Enough thanks, mama. Enough thanks. But you know, people can always tune in. I mean, right now we're redoing the website, but it's DuaneStevensonReggae.com for all things Duane Stephenson. You know, new music, old music, you know, you can be informed if you tune in to there. We'll be doing a lot more work to refresh up the whole site, as I said, because the pandemic has set us a little bit back, set the whole world a little bit back, you know. But Instagram, Duane Stephenson Reggae, Facebook, Duane Stephenson Reggae. So just tune in, man, and keep posted.
Yeah, man. Yes, right. For sure. Thank you so much.
Yes, man. I'm looking for that nice back-to-back for Duane Stephenson. Thank you, brother.